Hey folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug, and this, of course, as you can see in front of you, is League of Legends, something I haven't brought you in a while. Why is that? Well, I think I kind of played myself out after all this time. I played League so much, I'm not into it quite as much as I used to be. I still enjoy playing, I still play, and actually I've managed to accomplish owning every champion in the League of Legends. However, I just think I overplayed it. So I haven't been playing it as much, been taking a break, been enjoying some single player games, some Mass Effect 3, despite the controversy with the ending, which I'm on the fence about as well. But other than that, let me think. No, that's about it when it comes to League of Legends. You know, just not into it as much. Something I want to talk about real quick with League of Legends is choice. Okay? Choice. Team composition. As you can see here, I'm jungling Mundo, and I actually have the Corporate Mundo skin. I'm going to pause the recording to fix the frame rate. Just a second, folks. Okay, there we go. A good frame rate going. Now, in team composition, the typical team makeup is one person is top. And actually, I think I forgot to change this. I always do that, don't I? I'm still doing that to this day. Yeah, I've turned the volume up on quite a few things here. I'd like to bring those back down. Okay, maybe I brought it down a little too much. Yeah, that seems alright. Okay, maybe not. We'll put the announcer down. Alright, there we go. So, the typical team makeup is you have one person, and I'll unlock the view here, who does a solo at the top. This person is usually a bruiser or a tank. Someone like Cho'Gath or Rumble here, Riven, Irelia, something like that. There are some unconventional tops, but for the most part, though, it's usually a bruiser or a tank. Your mid is usually an AP carry. Ryze, Ari, Annie, Cassiopeia, things like that. Although you can have an AD carry take your mid. In this case, we have Ashe. You could also have, Caitlyn. I've also seen, Mordekaiser mid and Katarina mid. Those are the more unconventional ones, but it's usually an AP, sometimes an AD. In your bottom, you have a support. Now, that support can be a healing type of support. Someone like Janna, Sona, Soraka, Taric, Alistair. Or it can be tanky. In this case, we have Nautilus. And there's also like Shen and Galio. And like that. In most cases, you'll also have your AD carry on the bottom. In this case, we have Kale. Now, this kind of put us at a lack for an AP damage on this team, but it's not horrible. Rumble is AP, even though he doesn't have range. Kale can be strong and can also hybrid a little bit. That was not the smartest move on his part. But, overall, that's how team comps are. AD and support are bottom. Your AP is mid. Sometimes maybe you can switch, put your AP and AD or whatever. And then you have a bruiser up top, or your tank. In this case, we have a bruiser, so I'm jungling a tank in Mundo. Now, what I've been running into recently is just people just seeming to not understand or not caring. Such as the last 3 game choices I went through, and man, I just didn't know what to think. With a top picked, with a mid picked, with the jungler picked who was a tank. That was me. I was going to jungle Shen. And the support picked, which is Janna. So we need an AD range. And the guy, the last pick, chooses Pantheon. You know, I really just wasn't in that because our top was Ryze, our mid was Katarina. So we really were limited in what we had in terms of range and damage. And this guy chooses Pantheon. You know, the next team choice after that, I think we needed a support, and the guy chose Garen. We needed a support. You know, I don't understand the thought process sometimes. Oh, well, it's just normals. So you don't want to try and win? A support makes a big difference. I see so many teams, so many people, oh, I don't want to play support. Support is boring. Support sucks. Why? Because you're not putting out the most damage? Because you're not, you know, being the big tank and taking up all the, as you see a gank going on and rumble down here and just not going to succeed. As he escapes with a good half his health right there. You know, and the same thing goes with, like, tank characters as well. It's like, oh, I don't want to tank. And it's like, why? A tank makes a team successful. A support makes a team successful. I can't tell you how many times a team fight would have gone the wrong way if it wasn't for a global heal of Soraka or the team stun of Sona. You know, things like that, you know? I can't tell you how many times a Janna can save a team fight when done properly. Or, let's see, who else? You know, maybe you're about to go down and Zealand comes in and hits you with his ulti and saves your life. And I actually did that and turned what would have been a 2 for 1. You know, we would get 2 kills and one guy died into a 4 for none. Because I managed to get a Zealand ult off on our Lee Sin. I love playing support. Support makes a big difference. You know, I like jungling as well. And you see there you go, nice gank on Cho'Gath, finishing him off. And getting Rumble first blood kill, you know, doing pretty good there. You know, even this team comp with Ashe mid and Kayle bottom, I don't know. You know, but I suppose anything can work. But there comes a point where it's just like, really? Come on. What are you doing? Are you trolling? I just don't understand sometimes is all. Just a second. You see me pinging here, and I'm telling Ashe, you know, come down, get the blue, now that your tower's got some room. That way you can spam your volley and all that, and, well, she's just not gonna show up. So I end up taking it. That's one of the reasons I like jungling Mundo. I like trying to take some junglers that don't need the blue after the first one. Technically, no jungler needs it, and it's always a good idea to give your blue buff to your AP mid. But oh, Ashe just didn't want to come get it, so she didn't. Now, back to team comps. I'm not very good at solo top. I'm not very good at mid. And I'm terrible at AD carry. But if that's what my team needs, I'll try and do it. But I just couldn't take the team selections today. I mean, it's just like everyone was just really out to try and play what, only what they wanted. And I can understand that, but when you're going to hamper the team and give them no AD ranged, or they're not going to have an actual support, then you're hindering your team at that point. You really could be. I mean, you still could win, but that's only because maybe if the other team messes up or you just happen to be better. So I don't know how else to explain it. But just like I said, a support can make a big difference. You can have all damage dealers, but a support will make a big difference in a team. And so can a real tank. I've seen teams go without a tank and just get slaughtered because they had one guy on the other team just soaking up all the damage. It's natural reaction that when someone charges in to a group of enemies is to throw everything at them, and that's the tank's job. That's the initiator's job. And I have seen it plenty of times where people just threw everything they had at the tank. I'm not exactly sure what I'm thinking right now. Oh, I went in for a gank and unfortunately was just in time to catch her putting down a ward, so it didn't work out. I would suggest to people learn to try and play different roles and learn to enjoy those different roles. Okay, yeah, you're not dealing a ton of damage as a support or a tank. Yeah, you're not doing all the farming as a support or a tank or things like that, but you can change the course of a team fight, or you can save a teammate in a crucial point in a team fight. That's all that really matters. But enough about that. Let's get back to the gameplay. And I'm working on holding mid here, and I'm up against this Orianna till Ashe gets back. And you see I'm going to take quite a bit of damage. I'm just not going to care. I know Ashe is coming. I've got my ulti going. She tries to ulti me. She hits me with an ignite. But there's Ashe catching her in the tower. She chases me in. And my ulti is enough to let me survive with a good 80 hit points. And Ashe manages to get the kill. Lucky, maybe. But it was good timing. Like I said, I knew Ashe was coming. I knew I wanted to try and get that Orianna to come in. I didn't expect to go that low, but I was just... I was trying to bait her in some, so hopefully Ashe could maybe come in and do something, and that's what happened, but I didn't expect to go under 100 hit points, let me tell you. And unfortunately, I never touched Orianna and all that, so I didn't get the kill either. I didn't get the assist, so that didn't help. So I've blabbed and I've talked a bit, and Ashe is going to go down to Tryndamere and Orianna in the mid lane here. Now, no, I'm not coming out to the turret right now. I'm there's some space there. I don't want to push the lane yet. So I'm picking up the race. And then I see the minions come in. Orianna's not around. Oh, there she is. Again, I'm just standing in the turret. I got my ulti going, which will give me a good heal. There we go. Managing to keep him out. Yeah, screwing up on my briefcase throw there, but whatever the case. Yeah, I like Corporate Mundo. Not exactly sure what Oriana's trying to do there. I will say this, I'll get a little spoiler. Oriana gets her revenge later on. Quite surprises me, to say the least. So, I think we can speed this up a little bit. Here, Rumble's telling me to come hold top. I don't know, he's got Cho'Gath on the run. He's got health, but I think he just wants to go back and buy. And, bottom is arguing to some point back and forth. And I don't know what this is. Berserker agrees with a Duran's ring. Really. As you can see here, my build, I got Boots of Speed. I've picked up Wit's End already, giving me attack speed and some extra damage per hit. And I've got a Null Magic Mantle. You may have seen earlier I had 2 Null Magic Mantles, so that's because I was working for Wirtz and for Merc Treads. And Ashe picking up the kill on Oriana here in the mid lane again, doing very nice. I don't know, this Cho'Gath could probably take me head-on 1-to-1 right now. He's got a lot more health, even though I've got my regen. But I don't know, he's playing a little more passive. I see he may not even be close enough. Well, yeah, he is. He was just out of my sight. Forget experience. Oh, pardon me. Caught me by surprise a little bit. And unfortunately, already losing a turret down bottom. I mean, what do you expect? You get a KO that you have no idea. She's going AP with attack. I don't know. And Nautilus. But a little dissension in the ranks there on the team. I played solo queue, something I rarely do nowadays. I've rarely solo queued for a while. I actually tried doing ranked for a while. Solo ranked, and good God, now I know what everyone's talking about. Oh, man. I lost 9 games in a row at the beginning of my solo ranked. I mean, I went from a 1200 ELO to an 831 ELO. It was really, really sad. And now I understand how higher ELO players get there from 1200, because they can carry a frickin' team. I can't do that. I like to play, bruisers, tanks, tanky DPS, junglers, and they're not really much of a carrier to start with, although it can be done, just not at my talent level. I am far from one of the best players, far from even a really good player. So yeah, this that's just what happens as I'm dodging Oriana here. Trying to make sure the tower doesn't get pushed down. As you've seen that Ashe had to retreat with almost no health, getting into a bad situation versus Oriana. And just trying to hold the tower. I definitely don't want to die at this point. I mean, I've got double buff, but I should have activated my ulti at this point. And I end up handing the double buff to Oriana. Like I said, she got her revenge. Just not the smartest move on my part, really. I should have activated my ulti and I would have survived that, but I didn't. But Nautilus is there to help hold it off. as they continue to push the tower. Now, there you go. There's a flash, and almost getting him, but he gets away. But still pushing him out of the lane, and now they got Oriana slowed down. And I don't know what Nautilus is doing. They're almost getting Oriana as well, getting them both pushed out of the lane. Soraka's gone up top, apparently, to help Cho'Gath up here. And I've got my Merc Treads at this point. Merc Treads, Wurt's End, and another Null Magic Mantle. So I am going heavy magic resist. As you can see, Cho'Gath and Soraka have both disappeared at this point. And there's Soraka. You know, I really like Rumble. I like playing him in the top lane when I get there. Oh, I tell you, I had this one game not too long ago. Soraka making a mistake, seeing this tower is just going to fall, and there's Cho'Gath to back up, but this tower is going down one way or the other. And will we get away? Yeah, we've got too many slows and too much defense, and easily able to fall back to our tower there. And we even up the tower situation 1-to-1. We're ahead in kills right now by 1 as well. Activating and immediately deactivating my agony there. And not the brightest Cho'Gath, you know, could have hit the minions right there and kept the tower pushed. Maybe he didn't want to, I don't know, but not working in his favor. You know, that first tower they would push down fell a little early, and man, talk about a real pain in the ass. That feast right there on Rumble, taking him down. I'm not exactly sure how you'd feast on a machine, but that's what happened. Asking for help right now, Nautilus, Ash, somebody to come up top and help me. By myself with Cho'Gath and Soraka, but they don't push in. Very defensive Cho'Gath, especially with all that help. The two of them, they could have pushed and poked and pushed me back and started pushing down the tower, but they just didn't. What's this Cho'Gath running anyways? Not what I'd call the best lineup. He's got a lot of life, got a lot of survivability, but I don't know. I think I would have gone for a Rod of Ages first, or something like that. As I just continue to run around and force Cho'Gath to waste his abilities. And again, I'm still calling for help at this point, and finally showing up. And those spikes don't do anything, and now the attack is on to finish off this Cho'Gath, and there you go, taking him down despite all that health. And Oriana coming in, and she's getting caught way out of position. Soraka coming, trying to help, but it's just not going to be enough, as we'll be able to chase her down with all the slows that we have. I don't think she ran at normal speed the entire time she tried to get away. So we got Cho'Gath down, and there you go. Yeah, we got Cho'Gath down, we got Oriana down, and you know they're pushing out, knowing that we're there. That endless rage will end. As we continue the chase, and here we go. We're also locking down Graves at this point. Where am I going? I have no idea. I lost track of where I was. I ended up running past Graves there. But taking out everyone but Soraka now on the team. Easily able to push down the mid tower. Not somewhere you want to be. And Yep, there's that feast again. What a pain in the neck. I thought that he'd be able to get out, but just not enough health to survive that feast. And I still don't know what this Kale's doing. Yeah, a lot of talk, Trendemir. You know, in this game, I don't know what was going on. This Trendemir was flapping his yap a couple times when he actually didn't do nothing. And there we go again. I pointed out talking a lot for somebody who did nothing. All he did in that encounter was die. Oh, QQ more. I'm not the one that just lost a team fight, dude. But here, this is what the other null magic mantle is for. I picked up the Spirit Visage. Now I've got a good heavy magic resist going on with Merc Treads, Wit's End, and Spirit Visage. This is the same kind of opening build I'll also use on Warwick when I play him. This is not what I would typically do on Mundo. The Wit's End, definitely. The Spirit Visage, not so much. But with Oriana being as powerful as she was, or is, and Graves didn't do quite a lot, I wasn't quite worried about armor in the beginning of the game. I was a little more concerned about getting some magic damage done to me. And the Spirit Visage, of course, helps my healing effects and regeneration by 15%. So that really helps Mundo. Man, confrontation where you don't want it. As Trendemir was able to take out Kale down bottom. And at first I start heading down, but I'm going to be honest here. I'm like, wait a minute. This is Trendemir. He has Endless Rage. Yes, I can regenerate, but I've only got a bunch of assists. I don't know how farmed up he was. I didn't take a look. You know, he's got Lifesteal and Wriggles. He's already got the Zeal. Looks like he's actually even working for another Zeal, or he's right on the edge of Phantom Dancer. I was pretty sure that if I went head-to-head with him, that I might, pretty much wouldn't come out on the winning side. So I decided to circle around and defend up by the tower, just in case. As you see, we got lanes pushing against us, but that's okay. Lanes pushing against us only means we get farm. Trying to set up some kind of trap in the mid lane, it's just not working. And looks like we're setting up for a collision in the mid. Let's see. Instead of setting up in the grass, decided to come out and show myself at the tower. Not the smartest move going into the tower, and now Graves cut out of position, and there you go, Ashe finishing him off and trying to use his feast, but not getting Kale. She does fall at the end to Oriana, but oh no, Cho'Gath did get it. And then of course the invincible Trendemir tower diving like a boss, and he gets taken out as well, putting Ashe on a killing spree. So I think we lost 1 and we killed 3, so not the best not the best move on the other team's part. As now they will lose a second tower in the mid lane. I don't, just shut up. I was hoping to steal red, but it's not there. I don't get why they have the little fires at the camps. The monster's cold? Is it cold out here? And if it is, why am I here fighting? This is a problem with LOL replay, but damned if I care. They tried to surrender, and it didn't work. I'll be honest with you, a little too early to surrender on their part. They can still turn this around. I mean, They're down only a single tower as far as I can tell. Maybe 2 towers. Let's see, they have 1. We have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so they're down 2 towers and trying to come in on the dragon and just not going to let that happen. And the big heal going out on Orianna, but she'll not get away as Nautilus finishes her off, and Rumble picking up Trendemir as well, and now we're chasing down Cho'Gath. For all his tankiness, he goes down as well. Kind of hard not to when you have 5 people beating on your back. Still 13-6 with a 2 tower and a dragon advantage. Yeah, that's pretty rough, but it's still something you can come back from if you play smart. I mean, one thing we don't have going on right now in this game is warding. There's just no wards anywhere for either team. So if they were warding now and they could see us coming and they know what's going on, then maybe they could turn it around, especially because we have nothing in the terms of wards. But I don't know, this is a game where just nothing gets warded on either side, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is a good thing the tank doesn't want to tank stuff. I don't know, Cho'Gath looked like he tanked pretty well right up till he died. And yes, what do we have here? Phage. Well, we got another turret. Oh, Kale taking out their turret down here. So now they're down 3 turrets, I believe, and a dragon. As well as, 7 kills now? As again, they're they're grouping up at the bottom tower, at least a couple of them. I'm more interested in keeping the minions away right now. I don't know how much of a chance we have against just the 2 of them versus the 2 of us, but here comes the rest of the team, and not even time for Endless Rage on that one. He just got bursted into oblivion, and there we go. Cho'Gath going down again, as well as we take down both of them as the rest of the team. Well, not the entire team, but most of the team showed up. Now, I'm figuring at this point, we have their tank dead. We have Trendemir dead, which takes out a large portion of their damage. I'm like, come on, Baron, let's go. Fuck Orianna. Baron, now. Stop chasing Orianna. Baron is worth more. Simply put, Baron is worth more. He's 300 gold for the entire team plus a massive buff. Get your asses over here and help kill him. As you see, I'm going to start going down pretty low, and you'll see here is somebody's going to say maybe I should back off, but, well, frick, I'm Mundo. I have a nice regen. And look at that regen from, like, what, a quarter health to almost full. That's what I love about Mundo. I believe I'm working for a Frozen Mallet right now. A lot of people might go Warmogs, but I want to be a little more DPS-y. Whoa, Warmogs and Atmas. Yeah, but a Frozen Mallet and Atmas actually will give you more damage because of the damage that's already on the Frozen Mallet. Plus, you get the ability to slow targets as you hit them, which for Mundo would be really useful. Now, granted, with the Warmogs, you also get regen, which on Mundo, regen's really good, but you don't really need it. There you go, just working to push down this tower. And there we go. That tower is going down as well, as my team is just on a rampage at this point. And here comes Nautilus in, taking damage, and there's the Ash Arrow followed up by the ulti from Rumble, and down goes Cho'Gath again, and Endless Rage ends once more as Trendemir goes down. And Graves taking a massive hit as well, and he goes down. And trying to catch Orianna is just not going to happen. So I'm figuring, well, oh, this is going on. My team's pushing and going 4v5 like a boss up in the top lane. I'm just going to continue to push the bottom lane here. I think my minions get the tower aggro there, and there they go, taking out that tower as well. We'll also get the inhibitor, as I will push down the bottom tower down here. Nice bit of split pushing. Oh, no surrender yet. Everyone's saying GG. The game's not over yet. And not willing to go range versus tank under a tower. Maybe I could dive Graves. Maybe not. But then I see this happening as my team. Classic mistake. Classic mistake. Push too far, too hard, too long. And paying for it. You got the tower, you got the inhibitor. They tried to go further, and they just shouldn't have. And now this tower is going to fall. Don't know what Rumble thinks he's going to accomplish. He's just going to get eaten up now. And there he goes down, and now I'm caught under the tower, and I decide, well, screw it. Balls to the wall. I got the tower backing me up. I got my regen going. And there's that 2-second invincibility. And they get the turret, but I manage, with a little help from Kale in the back, giving me the invincibility, allowing me to regenerate a little bit further, managed to stop them from pushing any further beyond that tower. As you see here, I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Yeah, that was a little over-the-top taunting on my part in the chat there, but still. Yeah, it was Kale. So Kale saved my ass. I held on long enough for Kale to get back there to save my ass. So there. Not sure. Hybrid Kale, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't work. Whoops. I guess the dragon had him almost dead to go down that fast. Yeah, but classic mistake on any team's part is to stay down too long. You got into a team fights, your health is hurt, you take down the tower, you take down the inhibitor, so you try and stay a little bit longer, and then the other team spawns, and they're at full health, your guys are like half health or less, and you end up getting taken out. Not the brightest moves that you could pull. Usually if you push down a tower and an inhibitor, you check and see how much time you have before they spawn. If a good portion of the team's going to spawn up real quick, then you bail out, and trading kills down bottom, getting not Orion, I forget who they got. But there they go, Ashe picking up a double kill, so getting a 3-4-1 down bottom. Signaling Ashe to fall back because she's badly hurt, but Ashe determined to take this tower out, and I don't see why not. I mean, look at the damage. She's already got the Infinity Edge. She's got a Bloodthirster. She's got a Phantom Dancer. She's got the 3 movement speed boots. So she has the ability to get out easily enough. And beating on Trendemir, who goes into endless rage. And Rumble just sticking with him and taking him out. And there we go, pushing down the mid turret now, taking out the mid inhibitor. This game is just right on the edge of being over, folks. 2 inhibitors down, a third one about to go down. There we go. And now we're just swarming The turrets, look at all the minions. This is definitely a GG. You know, hitting my regen, hitting my abilities, just beating on the turret now. Even if they try and stop me, there's just no way it's going to happen. You know, trying to stop me is Cho'Gath, but just no way that's going to happen. And Rumble taking out Oriana, and there it goes, and there's the lull arrow going by. There we go, folks. Finishing it off as Corporate Mundo Jungle. One of my rare solo queue games that actually went well. As always, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. If you're not playing League of Legends, there'll be a link in the description below. Follow that link, sign up, and start playing. Something I'm going to add on to that recommendations is that you play against the bots, the easy bots, maybe till about level 10, and then start PvPing. Get out of the level 1 to 9 range, where a lot of Smurf account people will go and actually can make life a little more difficult in the game. I've had a few people tell me that, you know, some people were real jerks in the beginning, and I realized that they were Smurf account players. So it's better off to go to about level 10, facing off against easy bots. You don't really suffer any penalties for it. And once you reach level 10, start hitting into the PvP and start going on there. But other than that, folks, this is One Big Bug. I'm signing out from League of Legends Corporate Mundo Jungle. I'll see you next time.